Last time on Out of the Abyss, all of you on your return journey from Mantle Dareth decided to hit up Lingdenstone, some old stomping grounds, see how the old town's doing, only to be horrified when you learned that a cult to Juiblix has been forming. You decided to investigate, followed the clues, and confronted the cult leaders. Sadly, Dorbo Digomatic, the king of Blingdenstone, your old ally, had been taken over by Pudding King, the same that you had killed. Though you are not sure how or why, but you were able to defeat Dorbo, only to see his brain come out of his ears and form into a giant brain ooze, the Pudding King, that you fought and finally destroyed. You also found that as you were attacking the cultists that were in the battle against you, as you killed them, they kind of just turned into ooze and melted, almost like they were copies or doppelgangers. However, Dorbo's body did not melt. It was indeed Dorbo who was slain and brain taken over.
Dang. Poor Dorbo.
As you wipe the slime off of your armor, you all suddenly hear in a bunch of barrels in the back of the cellar start to shake and pound. L'Oreal, let us out of here!
Oh, are we going?
Yeah.
I thought we already did all that.
We already.
Oh, you did?
We can do that.
Shit, I forgot.
We also revived Dorbo.
You did?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
right.
used to revivify on it. I did.
All of that has completely... Oh my gosh. I have
Just
no
exited
recollection
the
of
brain.
this.
That
Yeah.
is okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
if you look
even...
at, like, if you scroll up, like, 4 messages, you see Revivify was cast.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, never mind. Okay, what? Okay, where did we end? That's
We
embarrassing.
left to do a party, I think.
Oh, they all threw a party for you.
Yes.
We already
We
did
were going to
that.
have a party. We were about to do a party.
Okay, so let's cut to black. You're all in the big celebration, like, it's kind of like a Times Square, but gnome-sized. All of the gnomes are partying and drinking and having a good time. You're all around, kind of like a tiefling party. Whatever, gnomes are wanting to dance with you. You're hanging out. Dorbo and Senna are going to approach you. Senna thanks you graciously for rescuing her husband from a vile and evil fate and invites you into their private armory for some rewards.
This sounds so sketch.
That sounded so, like, seductive.
Nero doesn't pick up on seduction and immediately just is like
She invites us in her special armory.
I
for
said
some
private
reward.
armory so you can
Oh,
catch...
pardon me.
Still-
Your private armory for some
special
rewards.
private armory.
Oh
Very
my
secluded,
gosh.
very, very alone.
Do you want the very rare items or not?
Yes.
Nero taking any excuse to get out of the party will quickly follow.
Okay. They lead you in. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't even. You see a number of. First of all, you see piles of coins, gems, and all that, but that is not what catches your eye. You see several objects that look nice.
Ah.
Oh wow, these are quite nice, says Nero.
Yes. So the first thing, Lucius, you notice hanging on the wall is a beautiful black longbow shaped like 2 black dragon wings.
Very cool.
Oh, I see. Your eyes has been drawn to the black dragon wing longbow. It is yours, if you want it.
For free?
Well, you've rescued my husband. This is a reward. And you saved
I'll
all
take
of Blingdenstone. As you take it, it smells acrid. Your fingers kind of trace along the string. This is a +2 longbow that adds an additional 1d6 acid damage to every strike. Let me drop it on your character.
Wow, it's almost like Baldur's Gate.
Thank you. I am most grateful for your contribution.
Now, the rest of this stuff is very much you guys can decide who gets what because they are all very interesting. I have a pair of boots of levitation. Wearing these boots, you can cast levitation at will.
Nero takes them and says, "I'll put them on," and then he turns around and he smiles at everybody.
You can put them on your hands. That works too, right? Shoes are just foot gloves.
I think it would magically just attached. They're just hanging off his belly. Near.
Nero goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was just joking. I don't really want the boots. I can't. It wouldn't. It would be weird. It would be. It wouldn't.
Do you
function."
want the boots?
No, Nero does not want the boots.
Who wants the boots of levitation?
Are they attuned?
They are.
Okay.
You can hold on
No,
to them
then.
if you have a reason. No?
Let me just write them down.
I have them right here in my bag. I'll put them in your bag. You don't have to.
Okay.
I feel like Yaslin doesn't need them.
Yeah, I feel like Yasla doesn't need them either.
I feel like they would be good for somebody who's looking to get the high ground.
Possibly. Oh,
Just saying.
this would be for Cora. Or Lucius, I guess. If
There is also
you
a.
seemed rather enamored with the bow.
That's.
Stupid black dragons.
There's also the Cloak of the Bat. While wearing this cloak, you have advantage on stealth checks, and in areas of dim light or darkness, you can grip the edges of the cloak with both your hands and use it to fly a speed of 40 feet.
That sounds like something that
Cora.
Cora would want.
I forgot that Cora wasn't going to be here today.
Yeah,
okay.
Sherry has the
I
boots
will
that allows her to
keep
claw
this for
current holes.
Cora.
Okay, I put it in your bag too. I also have dimensional shackles. They are shackles that you can put on an incapacitated creature. They adjust to fit a creature small to large, and in addition to serving as mundane manacles, they also prevent creatures bound by them to use any method of extra-dimensional movement, including teleportation or traveling to a different plane of existence.
I want those.
Okay.
Nicole was gonna reach for it, but he grabs it and gives it to Nero.
Nero
Okay.
looks at you and just goes, "Oh, okay. Thank you."
They do not require attunement either. I have another bow for Cora, but I'm actually going to just wait until next session so she can receive it in a more neat kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, I have, you see a mirror hanging on the wall, and it is definitely sparkling with magic. The holder of this platinum hand mirror can learn something about the history of a specific object or creature by taking an action to gaze into the mirror and thinking of the target. Instead of the holder's reflection, the mirror presents scenes from the target's past. Information conveyed is accurate, but it is random and cryptic. The presented in no particular order. Once it is activated, the mirror gives its information for a minute or less and then returns to normal and cannot be used till the next dawn. It is called the Mirror of the Past. It is not attunement. It is just a very helpful mirror.
Kind of sounds like a Nero thing.
Really?
Or does it sound
Why
like a
don't you think
Kothar
that?
thing?
Well, it was also like
Nero goes, "No, I don't show up on mirrors."
You're not.
I open my mouth to reveal fangs.
Do you
Cora
also
looks
want
up.
to reveal that you suddenly drink blood?
Well, I mean, the rats I eat are normally live, but some of them are trained.
Nero, are you suddenly sounding a bit more posh? A bit more like this, darling.
No, I don't think I've ever sounded like that.
Kothar, do you want this
I
mirror?
don't think I could take.
Kothar
Nero
looks up
seriously
from
if he
the
sounded
food
like
that he's eating, going, this is so delicious. Oh, look at that mirror. And
It's great. And then having the internet cut
Okay.
out on me.
Oh,
Oh, oops.
oops. There we go.
But I will take the mirror.
Okay,
Now, I'm Yaslin.
I was thinking. of
I'm
you.
Yaslin now.
I
Okay.
cast counterspell.
But wait, I'm out of spell slots.
I used the sorcerer thing to get more.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, how much money do you all have?
A lot.
A lot?
I'm poor.
You're poor?
What if I told you I
I
haven't
am
been keeping
poor.
track of Nero's inventory for gold? Oh yeah, I have,
So here's
actually.
the problem with Out of the
1500
Abyss.
gold.
Out of the Abyss isn't really much of a shopping game, which is why money has been kind of been feeling like a little.
It feels good. to
I have no idea how much Aslan has. I think it's like 1,000, 2,000 gold. I've just been kicked out of the foundry, so
Okay.
I've been saving up for a really expensive magic item, so I have
Which
200 platinum, 4,000 gold, and then like 10,000 copper that I haven't turned into gold yet.
wait, what is the magic
About
item? Have we
6,000.
discussed this already?
The +2 shield.
Oh.
I've been saving up for a long time, but every time I get close, what happens is I get a level up, and then I gain access to new spells, and I'm like, ooh, new spells, I need new spell components, and then I spend the money, and then I'm back. to square one.
Question. Would you rather have a +2 shield, or would you rather have a +1 to your DC and spell attacks?
I'll get back to you later on that.
No, I need to know now.
Oh my god, that's like asking
You've always
someone
wanted to
sh-
be a blaster, so why not?
But I'm a cleric, that's
Blasphemy.
the problem.
There's only enough room in this party for one tank.
Nero puts his hand on Kothar's shoulder and says, "Kothar, just fucking
Oh.
send it.
Should I just send it?
Just fucking send it."
Just fucking send it.
Wait, what is your armor
Okay.
class, Kothar?
19.
I thought it was higher than that.
No, it's always been 19.
It would be
It's been 19 for
20.
the past like year.
It would be 20 if you had that shield.
Yeah.
You know what? You see a shield on the wall.
Yay!
You see a shield it's particularly sparkly.
When I look at this shield, I suddenly have my mind fill images of an even number.
Oh, I see you like the Digomatic. It has the Digomatics like family crest on it. It's like a
Robbing them of
gear.
their heirloom
It's got some like gears.
Been in our house for
like
generations.
she
Been in our
takes it.
family for generations.
She takes
Wait,
Are the
it.
gears moving?
Yeah, it's like it looks like
Is it,
it's
like animated?
That's actually
yeah.
really cool.
It's an animated like clockwork shield.
Whoa, it's almost like a GIF.
It's a legendary skin.
Yeah. You know, I want you to
I
have
will
it.
punch
She
you.
shoves it in your hands. At first, it's like a little buckler because it's for gnomes, but then it magically clockwork shifts and then starts to woo, and then it grows into just a little bit bigger because you're not that tall.
Not the only thing that's grown 2 sizes I've seen. Thank you.
How would a +2 shield give a +4 to his AC? He has a plus.
So shield. So a normal shield adds a +2 to your
Yeah.
AC, and then a +1 adds another +1 on top of that for
Oh.
3, and then a +2 is 4.
Yeah, but you're already wearing a +1 shield, so I
Yeah,
was
which
just
means I have
saying.
a +3 to my AC.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
basically still
Sorry,
just a +1.
I got musical. I was like, "What are you talking about?" Yeah, you're right. If he wasn't wearing a shield at all, that would be a +4 to AC. Absolutely. Yeah, you now have this like clockwork, intricate gnome make. There's like gems in it that like glow and hum and whirl, and it's just beautiful.
Thank you.
Her eyes well up, and then she like pulls Dorbo like Link's arms, and then lays her head on his shoulder, and he kind of like scratches the back of his neck, all nervous. Time to dual wield shields. Then, what is this? Dark Souls?
I mean,
Me would be proud.
you can do that
Mm-hmm.
in Pathfinder.
Very
You can
fun.
kind of do that in Pathfinder.
The perpetual Pathfinder motion machine. Be careful, Retsu. Be careful. Don't
Continues.
fall down. Don't fall down.
I really.
I've been
yeah.
playing Pathfinder longer than.
Something I learned about
Anyway.
Pathfinder is you can use a spell book as a shield if you're a magus.
You can. Please don't do that.
You can go and like if you're holding your book in your hand, so you could cast your spells. You can hold your book up.
It's a
Just because
terrible idea because it can break your book.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I feel
Exactly.
like there's a lot of class feats or just feats in general in Pathfinder that are definitely not optimal, but
I mean, you can
flavorful.
do them. You just shouldn't.
Flavorful.
Right.
Kothar, what
we
should you
should-
name the shield? That shield deserves a name. And your mace doesn't have a name.
No, it's virginity.
Oh, that's right. It does have virginity. Why did I? Duh. Okay. What's your shield's name?
What goes with virginity?
Virginity 2.
Virginity to electric
Chastity.
boogaloo.
Name it Chastity.
No.
I am.
Purity.
I said
Purity.
grinder, but I'm not sure if you really want that.
Ooh, abstinence. Name it abstinence.
Okay, I meant pick a name that it would have already been named by the Digomatics. Let's pick something gnomish.
Abstinence would be such a good name.
It's not sentient.
So just for the record, is Kothar naming it, or am I just picking a name that it's been named for generations?
Yeah, JTC is picking the gnome's generational name because Scarlet did not account for this, and this is an improvisational.
feel
I feel like
like
gnomes
knowing
would name them
gnomes-
really, really long name.
Yeah, but for the sake
Slumperdink
of
shield.
time, I feel like they would name it like Entomox Bastion.
Ooh.
Bastion?
Bastion.
Bastion.
Yeah, call it Bastion. Or Stone Bastion. The Bastion of Blingdenstone.
Very cool.
A clockwork shield with a name for a cleric. Cock blocker. Clock blocker.
Clock blocker.
Its straps are organized in such a way that you can't look at your wristwatch. That's why it's called that.
I almost just spat my steak sandwich out everywhere.
That's so good.
Clock blocker is the
I'm very happy with this thought tank we just had.
I would like to petition for it to be named Clock Blocker.
Yeah, clock blocker is actually
Clock
so gnomish too.
I kind of want to turn this into like a magical item and make it like
Knowing the lore of this shield and lore of this world, I'm going to name the shield Clock Blocker.
All the gnomes clap.
Out of all respect for you and your people.
Blingenstone
blocker.
approves. Blingenstone approves.
Are you
like
sure it
us.
wouldn't just be like turn it around? It's like engraved Clock Blocker. Oh, I guess you guys haven't seen this because it was too high up on the wall to get
Does
to
it come with a clock like on the other side of it? Because that would be hilarious.
Oh, that's the second thing. You can look at it and tell the time,
Awesome!
which is very helpful in the
It's a
Underdark.
stopwatch. Also,
Yeah.
it has
Ooh.
multiple functions.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna make this into a magic. I'm gonna make art for this.
It's just a G-Shock.
It goes
Kothar
around
get a
your
multi-tool
wrist.
like a dad.
Wait, hold on.
just a G-Shock.
What if it's a G-Shock, and when you activate it, it turns into an actual clock, a big clock shield?
Just a G-Shock. I think a G-Shock does that anyway. I'm
I-
pretty sure.
I had a couple of G-Shocks. I had an ex who
Oh,
liked to
gosh.
collect them.
Sorry.
I
This
have
is not what I
blocked
expected to come
somebody.
from this shield.
I have blocked somebody with my watch
G-Shock
before,
clock block.
but yes, you can do that.
I thought that was going in a completely different
You're welcome.
It only tells the right time twice a day.
Yes.
Once per short rest.
All right, we got
She
the.
just leans over to Yaslin's all like, why does he want to block clocks? I don't understand.
What is even a clock?
No, oh wait, no. There's a name on this shield. Clock blocker. Oh, clock. There's an L in there. A clock blocker.
Oh.
Kothar, you
Very
realize that your proximity to Gratz is muddling your mind.
I thought you were gonna say my proximity to a clock is muddying mind.
Clocks, your great bane. Gratz hates clocks.
I devour clocks.
Okay.
Uh,
Is there anything else you want to do? You have a bunch of items that you can decide to do with. It's so hard to give you guys cool items in this freaking game. Sorry, that was an outburst. You guys ready to leave Blingdenstone? All right.
Sure.
we can.
Yaslin would like to quickly just get another diamond.
Okay. Buy another diamond. Thank you for your business.
Thank you.
They put it in like a little gift, like a Victoria's Secret shopping bag with like pink,
Awesome.
with pink paper in there. Hand it to you.
I don't know
Which
how much
is
this
that if you
thing
press
worth.
on the base, it shows your current steps for today.
It's a mood diamond. Just shows your current mood, whatever color it is.
All of you wrap up your shopping, have your little party, stay the night in Blingdenstone as honored guests, and then the very next morning, make your way back to Stoneheart Enclave. Fill
Is that a
in.
long rest?
Yes, everyone, please take a long rest.
Good.
You go to Stoneheart Enclave, where you fill in your party and your allies of what had transpired, and go through the portal to Best Friends 1 to begin the journey to Gravenhollow. Unless there was anything you wanted to do or say to Nami and Yasha.
Yeah, Nero does. He goes up and says, "Bye, Nami. Bye, Yasha." And then he steps through the portal.
Wait, who's Yasha?
Yasha
So
is Nami's boss.
Yeah.
Is it not Yasha?
Yentha?
Yantha.
don't-
Sorry. Yeah, Yantha.
Yantha.
I can't even remember my
Maybe-
freaking NPCs.
That's okay. I'm like, when did she turn?
Don't worry,
into
I
a-
can't remember Yaslin's wife's
Barbarian?
name.
So this happened a couple of I think it's been a couple of months now since we last had this conversation, but we had a conversation about Kothar meeting with Nami about getting spell gems of sending to give to the outposts.
Yeah, let's
Ah.
figure that. Let's hash that out right now. How many do you want?
Group, remind me, how many total outposts are we setting up in grand total?
You have 3 best friends ones, best friends one's in the fungal grove, best friends 2 is in the mines, and 3 is here at Stoneheart Enclave.
But
Okay,
we're
and then-
going to set up 5, weren't we? But now that we've
You can set up however many you want. Yeah.
Okay, so I would want 2 for the ones that are not in Blingdenstone. You don't need 1 from Blingdenstone.
Okay,
because
so
they have
that's-
access to spellcasters.
That's 4.
So that'd be 2.
2 and 2. 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, no, one, or actually, no, I think it's probably wise if they have at least 2. If at least 2 people
Okay.
have them. And then, so that'd be 4, and then can we get 4 more?
For you guys to carry with you?
Yeah, we would grab 4, hand out the 4 to the existing outposts. Say, if you're under attack, send to Nami. Nami will tell us. She'll send reinforcements. Blah 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 blah.
Okay. Yeah, that is totally
and then
fine.
We'll carry 4 on us.
They absolutely make that happen, and they will deliver them for you. She hands you 4 stones of sending and assures you if you ever need any more stones, just come back, ask, and we'll do what we can. Also, she sends earth elementals to each of your bases to act as construction helpers and guardians as well. So just kind of reinforces the outposts that you have. Okay. Sending is just like a email, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a text, 25 words or less.
It's a text, yeah.
Okay, it's like a text. It's like a tweet.
Yeah.
People
It's
can
a tweet
respond
that
to it
you can't
immediately,
edit.
though.
Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, you can't edit tweets, so it's.
Unless
You can
you
delete the
pay.
message.
Did Nami give me specific like ones that if you pay a subscription fee that you can edit your sending?
She's working on that. We got it. They got to just like hash it out with the programmer.
Understandable.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. You all arrive. You go through the portal. They like, set it up. Best friends, 1. Whoop. And you all walk through. Oh, are you bringing your expedition? Are you bringing your expedition with you to Gravenhollow? Or are you going to leave them, kind of just disperse them between your outposts?
I don't think we talked about it, but my assumption was we were going to leave them behind because this wasn't part of the main expedition.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Okay. So we can just assume that they disperse pretty evenly. They can, travel between them as needed. All right. Is there any NPCs that you are bringing?
Probably Catper.
Okay. Catper, what about Shersha, Tidra?
We can bring Shersha.
Maybe Seraph.
Dorian are traveling much.
Okay, Dorian,
Globagool.
Shersha, Tidra.
Globagles, we never found Globagles.
I know,
Yeah, we never
that's why I
found
wanted to
him.
joke.
He's still lost somewhere.
I keep forgetting about him.
He's deep undercover, guys. Still in it.
He is like my silver bullet. When you all are about to die, he's gonna
Yeah.
appear.
Shows up.
It's Globagool!
There's gonna be like bullets shooting, and he just dives in front of them, and they look like they're in slow mo, but really it's just them hitting the ooze.
He just slowly turns around and ignores them.
Ooh.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys! It's me, Globagool. I'm here. I've been following you, but my speed is only 20. So I've been just kind of lagging behind. Every time I
Keep
arrive,
trying.
you leave.
It's just like that Detective Pikachu type thing. Just like
2 days after we left Lingenstone, Globagool's like, I'm here, guys! Oh, damn it.
Oh, no. Shiny is in your bag of holding, I guess.
Still there.
Yup.
Shiny can come out and ride on my shoulders if she wants.
Okay. Shiny is like,
No, that's not how you say that, Shiny. This is how you say it in Draconic.
a little fire. Shiny canonically grows mentally at the same rate as Leo IRL.
Fair.
It's like raising a kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Shiny shoving their clothes and stuff into our hands now.
Yes.
Shiny is shoving a leash into your hands for walks. Yeah, Shiny has
Okay.
begun to mimic laughs, coughs, sneezes, and panting.
Nero
But
is
not dancing, huh?
Shiny has her own little dance. When
Nero
she
is,
steals a piece of... Oh, by the way, this whole time, every night, like, one piece of gold has gone missing from somebody's belongings, and her bag of holding as her hoard has been slowly growing. It's like a little nest egg in there.
nice. Get our retirement fund. Nero's like talking to Lucius, and he goes, "No, see, that's the joke, because nobody would be able to tell if I'm a vampire. I already have fangs, and we're in the Underdark. There's no sunlight anywhere."
I've
Yeah,
also
she says,
never seen
"Anyone
you
want
in
some
front of a
garlic?"
mirror.
Yeah.
And if... Oh, boy. All right. You pop through. You're at Best Friends 1. The place seems fine. Nothing bad's happened. It is a 20 days journey to Gravenhollow. I have a feeling y'all don't want to sit there and do random encounters, 20 days worth of random encounters. So, we are going to montage. Y'all
Montage.
travel through. This area of the Underdark is quite lush, and because it is much further away, like this is all the way back near Gauntlgrim, so the complete opposite side of the Underdark where Zuktmoy is going. So these mushrooms feel clean and fresh and smell nice and are lush and not so dank and demonic.
So, I will say Nero every day has been writing in his journal, but given the last interaction he had, is he getting any replies back?
When you say last interaction, what do you mean by that?
The interaction was basically like Nero wrote in. He goes, "We took care of the Pudding King who was like sent to the Fugue Plane for your judgment." And then came back. It was basically like, don't worry, I took care of it for you, but you shouldn't have let it happen in the first place.
Oh,
And then he didn't get a reply back. Yeah.
Got it. All right, let me think about that.
And so now every day he's writing, he's just like, today I saw this type of mushroom and it was really good. Had a really good conversation with Kothar, and the whole group's really getting along very well on this 20-day trip.
Things like that, I feel like you would not be receiving any replies. Though as you travel, you do once in a while see the remains of travelers that looks like they have been gored by presumably demons. There's lots of evidence of demon activity. The air, as you leave the protection of the grove, it gets thicker and darker. Oh, I have you in the wrong spot. There we go. Okay, if you saw this demonic activity, you also have been able to, like, because you're a smaller group, you find it easier to avoid packs, roaming packs of demons, whether they be gnolls or vrox or chasmes. Do you write about this in your journal?
I would write about this in my journal. I would write about everything, and I think I would also be like trying to initiate a conversation, and like at like the end of what I'm writing, just be like, "How was your day?" or like, "What did you do today?"
I feel like
and then
he
would write, "I miss you," and like cross it out.
As you one particular night, as you travel, you have to duck down to avoid a huge swarm of chasmes, which are like giant fly demons. You could easily dispatch a handful, but they are swarming in the hundreds. And so you one evening are like pass by them, and you talk about in your journal how the noise, it's so bearing, it drives into your skull, it is so loud and terrible. And you finally, as you write about that, you finally get a response back. The wicked sounds of the living must be quieted. This is a response to you speaking specifically of those chasmes. And you can assume it is almost like a command to kill demons.
Well,
Nero
not a murder.
Nero will spend the rest of that day in particular trying to find any straggler he can, and hunting it down and ending it.
Let's go on a journey together. I want you to roll me
Yeah.
a survival. See if you can track a demon.
17.
I feel like this would happen during, like, you guys have made camp. All of you have, like, split up to do, like, you know, some foraging, setting things up. You're off doing your duties. You decide you feel like you want to do this. And you do see kind of a trail left in the sediment, which looks to be like wing marks, little skittery footprints in the dirt. And you follow it, and you do find a lone chasme feasting with its little sucker in the body of a hook horror, drinking its blood deeply. It does not notice you. You know you could easily dispatch this.
Yeah, does it look like it has, like, I don't know what chasmes look like. Does it have, like, a neck? Does it have, like, joints?
Let me show you a picture.
Yeah.
Actually, it'll be faster if you just Google chasme. Chamse. Just so I don't have to, like, do multiple steps. It looks like a fly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's going to, like, the stinger seems like it's the biggest issue.
It's already just completely deep, draining the blood.
He's going to basically palm thrust his hand through the skull of this thing and push its skull away from the, like, pointy beak that's inside of the hook horror and break it off.
Okay.
And,
roll an attack roll as you do that.
Yeah. And then the rest of his furious blows is just going straight for the kill. No warning, no sense of hesitation, just
Okay.
what he's doing.
Just go ahead and roll an attack.
Is this an advantage attack?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Not fucking
I
20.
crit.
You thrust into it, and its swelling belly full of blood bursts, drenching you. The blood tastes delicious.
Nero will just basically inspect the body to make sure that it's dead.
Yeah, it is completely disintegrated. You feel like a subconscious empowerment. This was an enemy. This chasme is a follower, or is a servant of Baphomet, a demon lord.
Yeah. Nero doesn't have any conflicting feelings about this and knows that what he did was what was supposed to happen here. And will take some of the blood and, like, take it off of his chin and off of his mouth and just go, I like the taste of blood. And walk away.
Before you walk away, though, your eyes fall upon the corpse that was being feasted on, this Hakor corpse. You feel compelled. It seems like an awful waste. This creature having fallen here. When you could always turn it into a tool to make trouble for other demons.
I don't quite understand. Nero doesn't understand this compulsion. He doesn't understand. He understands that he has it. He understands that this is like an urge, that something inside of him is wanting this, like some part of him, but he doesn't understand, like, what the process is.
You don't need to understand. It's almost like an instinct.
Exactly. He just gives in to whatever that urge is, and he just
The urge,
does.
the ring on your finger kind of feels warm.
Mhm.
You feel the urge to reach out and touch the corpse. Do you follow that urge?
Nero does not resist that urge and does as he is urged to do.
As you touch it, words enter your mind that feel come tumbling out of your mouth. Your consciousness does not even register it, but words come out of your mouth. The hook
feels
horror.
correct. It feels right.
The hook horror trembles, clicks, and then gasps. It slowly stands up, kind of like its neck still broken, blood and gore still pouring out of its wounds, and it slowly shambles away into the tunnels. You feel you feel
He-
satisfied.
He looks at the hook or leaving and just goes, "You still have your uses." And will find his way first to some place to wash off all the blood, and then go back to camp. Or go back to where the party is.
Yeah, everyone's making camp. And you all continue on your journey. 19 days into your travels. Everyone make a perception roll. A perception check.
We're also perceptive.
Yeah.
Especially Yazel.
Yasl's very
Yaslin.
perceptive.
Yep.
All right, Yaslin, you hear a voice. At first, you hear it like this. And as you get closer, at first you don't understand the language, but you hear just this melody singing. And then suddenly the tongue seems to change. Let me see which tongue. Another language you don't understand. Da 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 da, and then suddenly switching to Undercommon. Wait, I've lost the lyrics. You hear, and a bump on the flea, and the flea, and the hole on the ground, and the green grass grows all around, and the green grass rolls all around. And on this branch, there was a bird, the prettiest bird that you ever did see. And then it switches to another language that you don't recognize. And suddenly, everyone, you start kind of hearing this as you walk closer.
What is that singing?
I don't know, but the song sounds familiar.
I've never heard this song.
I don't think I have either.
Suddenly, you all hear in common, the prettiest nest that you ever did see. And the nest was on the branch, and the branch is on the tree, and the tree is in the hole, and the hole is in the ground. And the green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around. The singing keeps going. It is just up ahead around the corner.
So are we on like a road right now? And it's just kind of like off the road a
You're
little
in a tunnel,
Oh.
because you're in the Underdark.
Why does it
I
sound
guess we
like
should-
Latin bog?
Guess we should check it out. See what it is. Hopefully it's not a singing cactus. I hear they're terrible.
How do you know what
Better
cactus
than a
is?
singing
Like the singing bush.
think.
I was
I
a
think
singing
mu-
bush, wasn't it, from Three Amigos?
Yeah, are you
I
the
think-
singing bush?
I think music's lovely no matter where it comes in all of its forms, except for folk music.
I'm glad that you got where I was going with Scarlett. That was my mistake.
And in this egg was the prettiest bird that you ever did see. And he just keeps. Are you approaching or are you stopping? Okay.
We're approaching.
Finally, you approach, and then just as you turn the corner, you see sprawled out 6-legged lizard laying on a big round boulder, just kind of laying there, just singing his little heart out. But then he stops singing as he hears your footsteps. He turns his head towards you, but he keeps his gaze down, as if he is avoiding your eye contact.
Yasmin starts playing a panpipe.
What?
Yasmin starts playing a panpipe to the tune that he was doing.
Ah. What lovely music! It's about time you showed up. Come! The library bid me guide you to the gates. I've been waiting here forever. And he slides lazily off the rock and steps up.
A guide? What do you mean guide?
I'm Veldsikar. I've been sent here to guide you to the library.
Oh,
And how long exactly have you been waiting for?
Like at least 6 days.
Okay, so not that long.
I
So
told him to
library
hurry.
The library might not be sentient. It might be. I don't know. But
Well, I mean, the librarian sent me. When I say the library, I mean like the royal library.
Okay, so,
So-
Royal
what
library
was
is
your-
not.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name again. What was it?
My name is Veldiskar.
can I
Well,
roll something to see if
yeah.
I can like pinpoint what he is?
He's a basilisk.
Oh, okay. I missed that. Okay.
He's a basilisk.
I don't think it was stated directly.
It was a 6-legged lizard who's purposely keeping his eyes to the ground and avoiding your gaze.
So we can't control it. Interesting.
What was that?
Also,
Oh, nothing. Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Go to the library.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to the library.
Okay, I'm trying to check to make sure my son isn't in bed because his voice is loud. Okay. All right. To the library then.
Is this going to be a long trip?
About 8 hours. Why? Do you need to go potty first?
I might.
Okay. Just, go around that rock. Careful. I've been using that one for like 6 days.
What do you mean using?
Well, I go potty too, you know.
Lead
On the
my
rock?
news.
Behind the rock.
Round.
Okay,
Behind
let's
the
just
wall.
avoid the rock.
As soon as you're
Careful where
ready.
you step, Lucius.
Squish, squish, squish.
There's
He
like
just kind of
rock
like
pellets.
meanders over towards the rock and kind of goes off to the other side of it.
No one look.
You see a bunch of like petrified critters, half digested and strewn about.
Hmm.
So weird. Anyway, Lumi, let us ride to the library.
Are you gonna ride Lumi?
Yes.
Okay. Lumi kind of goes because you're huge. His middle goes. You climb onto Lumi, and you are all led by Feldaskar, the basilisk. The whole time he sings like road trip songs, like songs that have many, many, many verses. in order to pass the time. Nicole is like this. Is anyone singing with him?
Nero's trying not to, but then he like catches himself humming every so often. He's like, oh.
Yeah, I was playing along on a campaign.
Like, what is that like? Miss Susie had a tugboat. Or what was the one with the seven seas? Now Captain Jack had a mighty fine crew. He sailed across the channel too. He sailed across the channel 4 and brought with him a rig of bamboo.
I have no idea what any of these songs are.
Oh, these were camp songs. These are the camp songs. Oh yeah, Basil. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. Look, guys, I've been waiting for you for a long time.
He gets down to like 30 bottles, forgets where he is, and starts over.
That's right.
You
Hey.
see Lucius stuff moss in his ears while he's riding with me.
Hey, kids, there's this game. Every time we pass, like, a signpost, you gotta find the first letter of the alphabet. And then after you find A, then you gotta find a B. And then you gotta find a C.
Do you do a lot of traveling?
A little bit.
So this is how you
In
stay.
what language are we doing this?
Oh, we could roll for it.
What?
I don't. Not all of us speak the same language.
Okay,
Which is-
common, right? Not a lot of signposts are down here in common, so the game should last us a good long time.
Have you ever played I Spy with My Little Eye?
I love that game! Hold
I
on.
hate that game.
Oh, well, let's...
Restless.
I spy with my little eye something gray.
Did you just turn it gray? Because that's not fair.
No, you'd know if I used my special power.
So you do have a special power.
Yeah, I'm a
You hear, like, laser
basilisk.
beam sounds as he turns something into
Wait, you're
stone
a
off the distance.
Basilisk.
Yeah, if I look any of you in the eye, you turn to stone.
Can you not control it?
No, if I look you in the eye, it's not something I can turn on and off. But
I'd
I
rather
don't.
not be stone again.
It's okay. I only use it for self-defense. I can turn you back. The librarians taught me how to cast Greater Restoration.
Well, that's good.
I can only do it once a day, though, so...
I can do it.
Lucius, we have to make sure not to look at him because I don't want to go back to being stone.
I'm not looking... I'm looking at the ground, I promise.
Good point.
How many
got really
cracks
stiff
have you
while
found
we
in the
were
ground
stoned.
so far? Have you been counting those?
Oh, is that the new game? I can start counting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
1!
You always have to make sure not to step on the cracks.
Or else you break your back.
Yep.
He starts skipping from one side of 3 legs to the other side. This goes on for about 8 hours until
8 hours.
8
Cutler
hours.
just,
Oh,
has,
no.
Cutler just has his hand on Nicole's back and is just like patting. Breathe, breathe.
He hasn't had the time of
For
a
a
life.
child, I'd ask if we were there yet. I did very clearly not there yet.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
there. As
Oh,
he's,
see, we're there.
I just heard myself. Apparently, I'm being played in the other room.
Hi, Steven.
Hi, Steven.
Hi, Steven.
Hi, Stephen and
Is
Leo.
this a voice that you
No.
want to hear more in
God
the future?
damn it.
Hey.
Steven's gonna walk in with using that same voice.
Okay, we have to recruit this basilisk to our party. I think it'd be a
Yes.
good addition.
I'm sorry, but my duties are to the library.
New favorite NPC.
Librarian.
Well, the library is an establishment. I serve the librarians who work for the library.
There's more than one
Librarians?
librarian?
There's 3 librarians.
Just like how you
Seems
serve
like
a
a very
church,
hard
not the
word for
actual
you to
clergy.
say.
What? I can say librarian.
He knows how to
It's
say it.
an arduous task for you, it seems.
No, it's not. It's easy. Librarian!
Careful. Don't have an aneurysm, please.
I'm just saying, he's like defending himself as your eyes look up and the tunnel opens up into like a wide cavern where the face of the far wall is the entrance to Gravenhollow, a pair of massive basalt doors mark the entrance to Gravenhollow, flanked by stone giant statues. The doors are opened simply by pushing. And as you pass through, the stone statues' heads slowly turn and watch you walk through. Walking across the threshold of Gravenhollow is like stepping into another realm. The oppressive gloom of the Underdark is replaced by light and a sense of openness that brings back memories of the surface world. The corridors beyond the gates is wide enough for 10 people to walk side by side, and the ceiling's height reminds you of the great halls of Gauntlgrim. The corridor opens into a central well with walkways crossing it to span the opposite side. You can barely see the ends of the level to your left and right, with doors opening into so many rooms you doubt you could explore them all in a single day. The ceiling is bright, with rainbows trapped in hundreds of crystal formations, combining to create a warm and inviting illumination. Looking down is a dizzying experience. Staircases connect to different levels below, and you soon lose count of how far they go down. A stout, rocky creature detaches from a perfectly smooth wall to your left, leaving the imprint of its body in the wall that quickly smooths and fades out from sight. Travelers, I am Horm. The masters are occupied. There are rooms for you all. Choose your own. The resources of Gravenhollow at your disposal. You only need ask. This creature is a Galabdur, which kind of looks like a stone hedgehog the size of a person. Kind of. It's like a little rocky guy.
He's just a little guy.
Yeah, little guy. You notice that there are Galabdurs kind of everywhere, just like walking across this area, holding stone tablets or bringing resources. Let me see where you're going real quick. This is huge. Okay, so he gestures down. So again, to reiterate, this room that you're in is a huge circular room with like a open cylinder, like a well that goes straight down. When you look down, walkways go down. It's like a spiral, and it goes down. You can't even see the bottom, and the ceiling is so high, it's like dizzying, like 100 feet up. And then in this circular big area, there are rooms that just go off in every direction. And you are welcome to pick out your own rooms. This Galabdur named Herm, I think. Herm.
Certificate.
Herm.
Nero takes the smallest, most confined room.
It's a normal-sized room. You all,
the same
It'll-
size.
yeah, they're all identical.
He reorganizes the furniture to be as like cramped and as snug as possible.
You all are able to go in. The Galabdurs like gather your things like little valets and like carry your bags and backpacks into your rooms. There's like a little menu left on the beds, like a little card to let you know. There is a vegetarian option, a chicken option, and a seafood option.
How do they get seafood here?
There are underground lakes. Wait, no, the basilisk has gone back outside. Good. That voice is hurting my throat. The little Gallop doors like take your little like your order. Kothar, would you like the vegetarian chicken? What would they have instead of chicken? Deep broth. Okay, vegetarian, deep broth, or rothe. Sorry, deep rothe or seafood.
I've never had rothe before, so when in Rome. When in Ravenhollow.
Nero, vegetarian, deep rothe, or seafood.
Nero's gonna ask if they have like a rat problem in Gravenhollow.
He pauses and thinks, and then looks at you up and down, and then kind of it like clicks, and he kind of just nods, and I know exactly what you need, and then leaves. Lucius, vegetarian, deep rothe, or seafood?
What comes in the vegetarian option?
Mushrooms.
I see a lot of mushrooms in Feywild. I think I will go with the Roth.
Deep rothe?
Yes, that one.
Okay, Nicole.
I'll write for now.
Are you sure the kitchen closes after 9?
Oh, that's very early.
I look at my shield to tell the time.
It's 6 p.m.
You only have 3 hours, so...
Oh man, you can't check that again until another short rest.
Damn.
I will take the vegetarian option, I guess.
Yaslin?
I guess I'll try the seafood one because it doesn't seem like anyone else on your list has tried that.
Okay. He comes back. Maybe like 30 minutes later, they roll in a cart with like woo, the little silver case. It comes with like your main dish, a side salad, a little like fruit dessert. The deep rothe tastes a lot like beef. It's a steak, and it's got like a nice like mushroom gravy over the top.
This is a very strange thing that I've actually imagined before because I've seen what they look like, and my brain is like, they're beef, but they also have like goat gaminess to it, and it's just like, I don't know why that's what it played in my head whenever I thought about that.
Maybe.
It's actually a thing that I've thought about.
I figured that they would taste a lot like beef because they are domesticated and they're like underground. For those of you who don't know what a deep rothe is, it's basically an underdark cow.
Nice.
The fish is like a single white fish laid out with like a lemony sauce over the top. And yeah, you all enjoy your meals. There's also I would say in the area where your dorms are, there is a common area that has like a couch and sofa, a coffee table where you can all come out. There are little nooks, some bookshelves with commonly found popular titles to read, mostly nonfiction. Or philosophical pieces throughout the ages. But the library is very bright. It is very open. It's huge. Like, you've been feeling super cramped pretty much since you've been down here. And this place feels peaceful. There are features. I would say that Kothar, as you are here, you realize that this place is protected magically from scrying. You are completely safe here.
I haven't felt this safe in such a long time.
You also know that, and you would have been told this by your hosts, that this is a place of peace, and you are expected to conduct yourself with decorum and to refrain from arguments and violence. And creatures who incite conflict will draw the attention of Veldaskar and the other Gelibdors, and you will be dealt with. And You also notice, let's see. You notice this place is dripping with Fair's Res. You
We all
notice.
notice that? We all notice that, did we?
Yeah, all of you realize this place is oozing with Fair's Res. You also notice this place is a lot bigger on the inside than it looked like on the outside, as it is carved in a giant mystical geode that seems to bend space and time. And while you are here, all creatures gain the benefit of comprehend language. What's up, D and Denial? Everyone, I play D&D with D and Denial on Saturdays. All right. You have made it. You have not been greeted by your librarian hosts just yet. But as you finish your meals, you seem to be kind of left to your own devices. Before I let you explore this ancient mystical library, I am going to give us a 10-minute break. 10-minute break. Get some water. Go pee. That's what I gotta do.
Get some food.
And hello, chat. I hope you are enjoying this. I can't believe we've made it to Gravenhollow, guys. Holy crap.
We did it.
Did it.
I want to show you something.
Yay.
Hold on. I'm like,
Oh, right.
this is the rest of the module.
Hey, we've gone through 2/3 of the book.
Yep. This is what we've done. This is what we've done. This is what we got left. We're on page
Progress.
152 out of 220.
We're still gonna-
The chat is saying there should be bullet burgers.
Blood burgers?
Bullet. The bullet.
Oh, Bullet burgers. Thanks.
This is the Basilisk burgers. Like, that'd be pretty silly.
Thanks, Daniel. Basilisk burgers. That is going to make your basilisk friend feel bad. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll be right back.
Bring feline tidings. Meow. Hello. Cheap protest. She doth protest. Oh, chat. How is everyone this evening? Hi, Erudite. I'm tired. I'm very tired. Also, today is, I believe, our entire cast has chosen chaos.
When do we not?
Well, today in particular as well.
But
So-
block is a classic.
Block is definitely a classic Utah group thing.
So I brought 3 of these to eat while I was out away. I didn't think about the fact I didn't have a fork.
Oh.
I had to use a little spoon.
Sticks.
No, we only had little spoons in the hotel room, so I had to use a spoon to eat it.
Just gonna eat my tuna sandwich.
Is it a tuna salad sandwich or just an
Yeah.
actual tuna sandwich?
Tuna salad, Subway.
Ah,
Is that your go-to?
eat fresh.
I get different stuff. This is not Subway, it's Firehouse subs.
Oh,
Firehouse
okay.
is pretty good.
Yeah. I like Firehouse more.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have Firehouse, we only have Subway.
What?
I hadn't even heard of Firehouse until you said it.
Firehouse subs
Firehouse
were
subs.
founded by firemen.
Ah.
I like their hook and
I like
ladders.
the... Yeah, the hook and ladders are good, but I get the engineer.
No, my that's true.
I'm sure we have plenty of food you guys don't have there, like food and drink, like Boost Juice. And Pavlova.
Oh. What about everyone's opinion on Jimmy John's? I know you don't have it over there probably, so...
I've had
Use
Jimmy
mine.
John's.
No, not you. I meant critics.
I have no opinion on it.
Your opinion is I have never had it.
I did have some really good calamari yesterday.
I haven't had calamari in a while.
Actually, it was the day before. All the days kind of blurred together.
I think Jimmy John's is my favorite. Jimmy John's Firehouse are kind of up there. And then Subway and Quiznos are at the same level for me. They're just much lower.
Thank you, Astro.
Also Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's are pretty good too.
Subs in California. So they have like a turkey or Thanksgiving sandwich where they put all like the turkey, like, stuffing, cranberry, all mashed potatoes on a sandwich.
Wow.
Where's this?
It's called Porta Subs. It was up in like Northern California. I don't know how much that chain is expanded. If it's only a California thing or not. Also, when I went to Lost Lands, I got this little thing called Rave Candy. It's like a little bracelet that says honkers on it. It's a little goose.
I can never look at a goose or anything referring to a goose without thinking of Gustarian now.
I think if I'm
Is that your sandwich?
Who's the goose that's on the loose? Gustarian.
I love watching the actor play Baldur's Gate. He seems a little horrified at Astarian's behavior.
I know that Jennifer Hale said that she never plays any of the games that she voices. Jennifer Hale said she never plays any of the games she voices.
I don't
Which
know.
has a term.
Is that Shadowheart?
I don't know. I know she
Shadowheart's
played...
doing a playthrough right now of Baldur's Gate.
Did you? Oh my god! Did you see the clip of her and her girlfriend playing? And her girlfriend was like, "I think I like Lae'zel more than Shadowheart," and Shadowheart's BA was like, "I loved it."
Anyone who hasn't known who Jennifer Hale is, she is kind of like a really big name in voiceovers. She played Mass Effect, Colonel Shepard, Commander Shepard, and a whole bunch of other things. She was also Bastila Shin, I think, in Star Wars Knights of the Republic.
There's also Naomi Hunter and Metal Gear Solid.
See, I feel like if I was a VA and I like voiced the main character of a game, I also wouldn't play that game because I wouldn't be able to like hear my own voice the entire time and think that's me.
I'd probably be about the same.
Yeah, I could see that. It'd be difficult.
I've been posed a very random philosophical question by my chat of, if you had to get sacrifice one color in the world, what color would that be?
Wow.
Diarrhea brown.
That's a very specific color.
I was gonna say like pea soup green.
What does Buff say?
Yeah.
I hate teal. I cannot figure out when it's teal, when it's seafoam green, when it's sky blue. It all just looks like a blah 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 to me.
You just described my entire stream overlay.
Yeah. No, yours is cool.
It's teal and cyan.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
What color did you think it was, Buff?
I don't know. It looks blue. It looks like blue, and then there's like purples in the back, and then there's blues, and then but it's not. It's teal.
Teal is a kind of blue.
No, it's not. It pretends to be blue. It pretends to be green. It doesn't even know what it is. It's a fake.
I didn't know.
There's
Buff
no
was-
identity.
Sometimes I feel like I know what I am.
What was it? What was the teal that we were just like, what?
Oh, you
Yeah,
want me
like-
to describe a different shade of teal that I'm normally
No.
not used to seeing?
Seafoam green.
What was
don't
that
know.
TikTok? It was like, I don't even remember anymore.
Teal is difficult for me, guys.
Teal is an interesting color.
Yeah.
I always got teal and cerulean blue mixed up for some reason.
Teal is more green.
Because yeah, and I think cerulean blue is more blue than green.
Mm.
So I actually have a question about color blindness.
Yeah, what's up?
Have you ever tried to do a magic eye? Did
A
you have
magic
magic eyes
eye?
in America? Actually, I should say it's
I
a
don't
book
know.
where you basically look at a book and you have to stare at it until you see a picture.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Where you have to unfocus your eyes and like a picture appears in the pattern. Yes, I can see those. Certain ones I cannot if the colors don't blend right.
Okay.
But yeah, for the most part, it's pretty cool.
But what is your answer, Products?
I'm just gonna go the same with Scarlet's because that's just such a terrible color.
That's
Diarrhea
I
brown.
said yellow.
I was
I
gonna say,
dislike yellow.
if I had to pick one of the major color groups, yellow is probably whatever.
How will I know when to slow down at a stoplight,
Well,
though?
The
Do
middle
you
one lights
follow?
up.
Do you actually listen to the stoplight?
Yeah. What? Huh?
Oh,
To be
no.
fair, I'd also go with yellow as
You're
well
being called lawful
because
good again.
I would also go with yellow as well because my favorite color is purple, which is a mixture of blue and red. So yellow would be the best one.
Look, technically, theoretically, you could say if you were to get rid of a part of the spectrum, you could say purple because it technically doesn't exist.
Oh,
As a spectrum,
Is
it
it
does
just a
not.
mixture?
But that is not how our brains. I saw a video about this, and this was really cool because purple does not
Brown's
expect.
not on the spectrum either, though.
Brown is not a hue. Brown is different.
Exactly.
So purple has a hue, does not exist on the spectrum, but the way our eyes and brains figure out color is through an imbalance of waves. So when we see a color, it's because these things are on and this is off. If we saw everything on, we would just see white. So when you see purple, you see blue and red on and green off. So it's just as real in that sense as any other color. But yes, on the spectrum of light, purple or magenta, pink is not on there. Violet's on there, but brown is a desaturated and darker valued red or orange or yellow, depends on what kind of brown. Because the three properties of color are the hue, red, blue, green. The saturation, is it like more grayscale or is it very vibrant? And value, which is how light to how dark. And those three things create the color.
Did you ever take art classes in college, Scar?
A couple, but I've been painting and drawing my whole life. So every time I ever see a video or a book or anything about stuff like that, I, watch because it's a vested interest of mine. So I am well educated, but I did take like drawing and paint, or not painting. I never took painting, but I took drawing and life drawing. So I got to look at naked people and draw them with charcoal.
Were those classes actually helpful?
Oh yeah. Extremely helpful. Having a teacher who can help is incredible.
I have a completely
Yeah, I think
unrelated
people-
statement. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think people underestimate the value of having someone there to help you learn.
Yeah.
And just,
Skex love
like,
Shexy.
I'm going to look this up on Google and know exactly what to do. It's like, that's not how it always works.
Have it, yeah. 'Cause
Sorry.
that other person has the eye; they can look at your piece and identify where the error is, and then help you. Okay.
Completely unrelated statement was every time I walk by the cat tree that's in my living room area and my cat is in it, she taps me on the shoulder every time I walk by.
That's so cute. Thank you, CM Suj, and thank you, Archangel. Welcome back. Welcome back. 42 and 43 months. That's freaking crazy.
42 is a great number.
Everything.
Okay. Are you guys ready? All right. Wonderful. My head is being squeezed by this headset. Hey, Poof, we have matching water bottles.
Like, yeah.
Bloodright, thank you so much for giving Daniel a gifted sub. I know it says denial, but the inside joke is that it sounds like Daniel. Daniel. All right.
Daniel.
Do you guys go to bed, or do you get up and explore the library?
think we
I'm
explore.
exploring.
Yeah.
All right.
Lucius goes to bed.
Lucius goes to bed.
Nicole will also go to bed.
Nicole goes. Okay, y'all go to bed. I'm not splitting the party, man.
Oh, damn it. Yes, I'm going to read books.
Okay, fine. We'll explore with the rest of the people that want.
Okay.
We'll just be party poopers and just be slightly grumpy the entire time.
So as you are going to explore, is there anything specific in your mind's eye that you would be hoping to find?
Jason's always interested in books on illustrate.
Okay, but you're not here for books on
I know.
illustrate.
Seems to be
I'd
looking.
like to check for. He's curious about what Hagrom said a long time that he met
Yeah.
them here.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
you want to find Grom. As you think about Grom, you remember that he said he saw you as a young man giant. As you think about this, your eye is kind of caught by a flickering candle ahead that leads to a staircase that goes down, almost like it's beckoning you. You walk down the stairs to the next floor. A single page flits by and floats down the next set of stairs to the level below that. And then, as you reach that level, you see a Gallop door that has a particularly shiny spot on his rocky back that glints in the light catch your eye. And you follow it one more staircase down to the third level. Let me see if there's like a... Let's see. As you walk onto this third level, you see over a doorway that kind of leads, there's no door on it, it's more like a doorway that leads into a large hall with a plaque over the top. Do any of you know Dwarvish or Giant? Oh wait, you don't need to know that because comprehend languages is a hearing thing, but
Tongues is a
Yes,
hearing thing.
and-
Comprehend languages is a reading thing.
what?
Tongues is the hearing thing only. Comprehend languages is the reading.
Oh, okay. It's funny. It says anyone who...
Yaslin knows Dwarvish anyways.
So Yaslin, you see the words. All of you look at the words, and they at first are in, except to Yaslin and anyone else who speaks
Lucius.
Giant or Dwarvish, but they slowly move into letters that you recognize. The past is a crystal, for it can be seen from many facets, yet it always remains the same. These rooms contain crystals of many colors. You see many of the Galabdur assistants periodically moving tablets, cylinders, and stelae from archives of the present on the floor above into these rooms. Some of the records here date back to mythic times of the earliest giant gods. There is a large stone giant, kind of... No, it's not spelled like that. It's spelled Stelae. Stelae? No. Stelae.
Oh, okay.
Never seen that word in my life. You see a stone giant off to the side, sorting out through files, or filing ancient texts. He seems to be cataloging them with painstaking precision. And he, as he's like kind of adjusting different pieces of work. He turns and he sees you. Oh, visitors. We haven't had visitors in hundreds of years. We've been expecting you. I am Uther, keeper of the past. And he bows. We know you require the knowledge of our great library, and I invite you to explore the annals of history to find the answers you seek. The library is yours.
You hear Lucius go, Uthor, I am honored to meet you. Brethren of the Giants.
He regards you, a giant of the dream above. It is a pleasure. Please, do you have any questions?
Yes, this place is so large, so incomprehensibly massive. How are we to find what we're looking for?
The library is massive, and yet it knows what you seek. Simply focus on your query. It will guide you. It seems it has guided you to me. Am I not mistaken?
We were told that someone had actually seen us here already.
Is that so? You will find that the library transcends time. You might run into echoes of past and future. They will regard you as dreams and visions in this library.
So wait, are we really a dream or are they?
That is a good question. I suppose one will never know.
How do we know everything exists?
Ah, a philosophical question posed by the great stone giant Tukar 5,000 years ago. He was born to Mukar, and then he starts rattling off the most random stone giant history about a stone giant philosopher, and he just keeps going.
Nero
birthday,
is enthralled.
his birthday, where he went to school, his lovers, his posterity, who he taught him, and then who taught that guy, and he.
So it sounds like he's reciting numbers.
Well, he loves
Incomprehensibly
history.
long numbers.
This Ulthar loves history, and he will talk to you forever.
Yes. Yes, tell me more. This is so interesting.
And then his philosophy was written in the Chronicles of Benzir, which was passed along.
Well, this is happening.
Yeah, while Uthar is serenading Nero with all these interesting topics, Kothar's mind's going to wander about why they're here, and he's gonna start I guess wondering about the demon invasion.
Okay.
What caused it? Why did it begin? How did it begin?
As you think that the stone speaker crystal in your belongings starts to hum and get warm, Ulthar looks at you. I see you are in the possession of a stone speaker crystal. This is a valuable tool in the library. While you are attuned to it, if you are in the archives, you will gain a vision. you can gain one vision of the past, one of the present, and one of the future per day.
Okay.
I see you have questions. If you wish to receive a vision, and his hand kind of guides to an area that is surrounded by big stones, similar to the ones that you saw when you met Hagram for the first time. Stand in the center of the stones. Hold the crystal. Think of your question.
Well, when you make it sound that easy, I guess Kothar's
Are
gonna
you-
take stone crystal and go into the center.
Okay, what were you going to
Just
ask?
look around.
I was going to ask if he's attuned to it.
Yeah, he's been using it.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, Core's been holding on to it this entire time.
Oh, honestly, we could just hand wave that. It's like
Yeah.
a pain in the neck. Okay,
Are there others that we can borrow so that we're not here for
I think there might be a bit about that, but there's limited. Limited. Do we have rentals?
Do we have rentals?
Potentially, but
Does
I.
anybody have the library card?
It's funny. There's a bit that if you like steal one, they kick you out.
What if we just ask?
That's what I'm trying to see. If they have,
Rentals.
I think. Let's see. Let's see. Speed up.
That sounds like there isn't one because if we have to steal it, then
It says, no, Uthar does not or doesn't give them another stone speaker crystal to speed up the process, but the characters can try to steal one. The trusting librarians keep them on a shelf in his quarters. But they will discover the theft, and then you will get kicked out.
I see.
Okay.
I probably shouldn't have read that
Got
out
it.
loud to you.
That's okay.
I should.
I suddenly
Guys,
feel the need to
guys.
steal.
We should steal another one of those.
Man,
Split
I,
go
it would
kicked
go
out.
much faster if we steal. Sorry, if we borrowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more? All at once. We could leave immediately.
You don't want to hang out in this awesome library? Kothar, as you start to approach the center, you see what looks to be a blue and silvery figure kind of blurring in and out of reality. It's tall, like a giant, its back turned to you as it is touching the stone.
So it is a stone giant.
An apparition of one, at least.
Having no idea if they can hear him or not, he's just gonna say, Hagram?
His ears perk up. And the stone giant turns to face you, and you see a very young stone giant. How do you know my name?
I take it you don't remember me then.
Have we met?
I have met you, but you have not met me.
Well, I suppose we meet now. I am... oh, you already know my name. What is your name?
You can call me Kothar.
Kothar.
We'll meet in... And we'll meet in... Truth be told, I don't know how long stone giants live for. But I imagine it'll be
A couple
1,000
hundred
years.
years.
Hundreds, thousands. Who's to say?
Oh, and how shall I remember you by?
Well,
I've got 10 toes in each foot. You probably remember that.
the drow back there has 10 toes on each foot. You'll remember that.
I
But
see.
it also seems as if whenever the situation is most dire, we tend to appear.
Interesting. Well, Kothar, drow with the 10 toes, and friends. What brings you to this library?
You?
What? He looks like the librarian did say ghosts were rather confusing around here.
That's what they told us too.
Huh.
We had some questions, and you pointed us here.
Well, that's odd. This is my first time here. It is a rite of passage to become a stone speaker. I hope to be one day. I am just an apprentice.
You
I'm
do
certain if
become
you'll work
one.
hard. I'm certain if you'll work hard, you'll become one of the finest.
He looks at Nicole and he looks at Kothar. Ghosts of Yule future? Of winter solstice
Ghosts of
future?
ye old future.
Ghosts of ye old.
I said Yule because Christmas isn't a thing. Oh, you're fading out. Hold on. He looks at you, squints. He's like, "Oh, sorry," and he does this through your body, but he's ghosty, and he goes, "Yeah, as I thought, an incorporeal spirit. How fascinating. I'll need to ask the librarians about this."
I believe that we're told that they can be people not just from past and future, but also different versions of potential past and
This is true.
futures. So, yeah, in one version we know you.
Well,
That's fair.
I suppose in this version I know you too. Ghosts from the future? Tell me, do I ever win the lottery?
No.
Oh,
You never
Wow.
seem to place numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so you never win.
well, with this knowledge I shall stop buying lotto cards and save up for my retirement instead.
A wise decision.
Yes. Well, I must get back to my pilgrimage. I need to learn as much as I can before I return to our enclave. And
Take care, Hagrom.
as he says that, his form kind of flickers and then fades.
Bye.
That was
Bye.
fascinating.
Do you think we should have told him that his town's going to get attacked just after we leave?
No.
He'll figure it out.
We're also definitely not going to inform him that one of his apprentices gets murdered for having 2 heads.
He'll figure
Oh,
it
he's not
out.
now anyway, so...
Yeah.
I don't want to cause time paradoxes, if we can help it.
But we told him
What
something
is
from
time?
after we leave, then it wouldn't be a paradox.
My head already hurts. Alright, here I go, and I hold up the crystal and start channeling it.
All right. You think demon incursion. Demon incursion. Your mind turns black. And then fuzzily vision returns. You see a great city bathed in violet and blue hues. Spires, mansions, the largest city you have ever seen in the Underdark, in a great cavern, hundreds of feet tall, with a giant pillar that stretches from ceiling to ground within the middle of the city, glowing bright red. You feel your vision zooming in to a plateau with a great mage's tower. In one of the rooms of this mage's tower, on a balcony overlooking the city, you see a drow mage. He has his hands up. Behind him, clearly the trappings of a ritual, artifacts, sacrifices, writing, blood. All fresh. This mage is raising his hands, casting a mighty conjuration spell. As this ritual draws towards its conclusion, a web of Fair's Res energy expands outwards, The wizard seems alarmed by this, and his efforts to complete the spell growing more crazed as he's realized that he has lost control. And then suddenly, in the city below, a rift tears apart. Screams echo through the city as Demogorgon rises with hordes and hordes of demons spilling out of the chasm. Demogorgon thrashing buildings and smashing streets. Vrox and other flying demons flying out like a swarm of bats. Crawling demons skittering out of the chasm. Complete and utter chaos and destruction. As you see this, more horrific fiends scream, shriek, and howl. They are being wrenched out of the abyss and cast into the Underdark.
She said it. She said it, guys.
Ah! Out of the abyss.
Wow.
Whoa! As you see this, a woman's deep, dark laugh echoes in your mind as the drow wizard shrinks away from the demonic hordes he has unwittingly unleashed.
The face is J. Mitch's. No, just kidding.
No, there was a little bit of information, but it is not relevant to any of you.
So did all of us witness this?
You do notice, all of you do witness this. You do notice a house sigil on the chest of this wizard. None of you recognize what it is, but you recall its design. I actually don't know what the design is because it's not bothering to tell me. So I'll just say you make a note of the sigil.
Was the town a drow town?
It was not a town, it was a city, and it absolutely, yes, and you recognize Menzo Berenzan.
That's what I was getting at. Can we do some sort of check to see, could Yasmin do some sort of check to see if she could work out whether or not that laugh or voice, whatever it was, one's voice?
You know
might have
whose
been
voice
Rolf?
that was. It absolutely was the voice of Lolth. The cackling sounded like it was like a the wizard was like, what have I done? What have I done? And you all come out of the vision.
Yasmin's just stunned.
It is clear that the reason these demons have come into the abyss is because a wizard of Menzo Berenzan accidentally pulled them here.
In Menzo Berenzan.
Yes, that was ground zero. You all suddenly realize, oh, maybe it wasn't our fault that those cities got destroyed from Demogorgon, and it was just a big fat coincidence.
We should go to the ground zero site. We should figure out where this happened.
I don't know if I want to do that, but I might have to.
I think that'll be our first step in figuring out how to stop this.
I think we killed the moment we set foot in the Menzo Berenzan. How is the city still standing?
We could go in
Is this-
disguise.
You suddenly hear a voice behind you. Well, you all look a little bit pale. See something you didn't like? As you whirl around, there is an elder drow man dressed in very, very nice robes who is flanked by a giant, hulking, toad-like creature with rows of teeth in his mouth, holding
Ghost or person?
a person.
Who might you be?
We
does he
don't
have
know
a
this
house
one?
marking?
You've never
This
met this
guy's a-
person.
This one's no. I'm asking the
Oh.
party. This guy's a stranger to us. This guy is.
Yes, we have no
The
idea. who
giant
this is.
guy's good. The stone giant's fine. This guy bad. Okay. Sorry, I'm
I
still.
didn't say bad. We just don't know.
Maybe bad. Well, who are you?
I mean, strange.
Just
Sorry, I
have
didn't mean to call you bad. Stranger.
Stranger.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
god.
He kind of approaches you cautiously, but diplomatically. It is clear he is wearing robes of a accomplished spellcaster. My name is Viserion. I would not expect to see others in the library. And based on recent events, I can only imagine you are here for the same reasons that I am. You are here because of the demons, are you not?
Can I do a recall knowledge to see if I've heard of that name before? Because I think we haven't. I can't see it in my notes.
You have never met this person before, nor have you ever heard of him.
But heard the name. Okay. But there's no house marking on him.
There is not.
This Aaron. Yaslin is like just. She's just like ripping her spell focus and weapon. Like she's in
Please.
shock type thing.
He holds his hands out. Please, the librarians do not suffer violence in these halls. But
Oh, she's not being violent. She's just like stunned. Like yeah.
He's not. This is just him preemptively. I will not break the peace here. Kothar, were you speaking? Because your no sound is coming from you.
No, I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. I saw your lips moving.
But I will say, in response to his question, I will say, perhaps. Why, if you're here for the same reason, then I'd assume you've been also similarly glancing into the past.
Yes, and if you just saw what I saw earlier, I see you met my old colleague, Grumpf.
Colleague? Or
Grumpf.
student? Or teacher?
Colleague. Rival. Grumpf Bairn is the Archmage of Menzoberranzan. Younger brother to Mistress Bjorn. The first
Whomever he is.
matriarch of Menzoberranzan.
Whomever he is, he seems to be a fool for what he's done.
He absolutely is a fool. And he has just about caused the utter destruction of the material plane.
Now that we all caught up on everything we figured out 5 minutes ago, can we figure out what our next steps are for the future?
Well, the first question is, that was Menzo Brenzen, is it not?
Yes, unfortunately.
If that's Menzo Brenzen, how is the city still standing?
It's barely. Much of the
Yeah,
city has been left in ruins, though not the whole thing. The demons seem to have burst out of the earth and gone on a parade through the entire Underdark.
Yasmin's just shaking to this. This is a bitch.
Yes. I belong to a secret order. Ours means to dethrone that monstrosity known as Loth. She is an enemy to Drowkind, and I have been working to remove her influence of the theocracy that controls Menzoberranzan.
Insight.
Go ahead.
Yasmin will snap out of it and do the same thing, I think. Because
He seems to be telling the truth. When he talks of Loth, you can see hatred behind his eyes. And many of you do know that Menzoberranzan and Loth is a matriarchal theocracy and that males are treated as second-class citizens.
Barbie movie. Always a callback.
who
So if you're an
do
enemy
you
of her,
worship then?
I don't worship anybody. I am a student of knowledge, not of gods.
so not to be astray.
No gods.
Don't let the lady roll his eyes.
What exactly is this order you speak of that you're part of?
Shit, I think it is called the Order of Spiders, but I need to hurry up and look it up.
I'm not sure.
No,
Holy shit. Order of Spires, it's kind of the same thing.
Order of Spiders.
shit
It's a
spiders.
covert. Okay, I belong to an order of mages from Menzoberranzan who covertly work to bring destruction to the theocracy. We are a secret organization, and the Council of Spiders. That's what we are
Right.
called.
You're trying to oppose the spider bitch, but you have spider in your name?
Yes, it's how we go undercover. I live in a city whose
Get
whole
it?
motif is spiders. I can't literally call our council the Council of We Hate Spiders. We would be instantly thrown to the queen as sacrifices. Most of us are third sons who have survived.
This is all very fascinating, and I would love to hear more about the history of Menzoberranzan.
It is all rather boring, but I could invite you to tea and I could tell you of my plan.
Please.
Well, we do need to know
I
the
would
plan.
love to. Anyway, what I was saying is we need to figure out what our next steps are. We need to figure out how to, like, what do we do about it?
I'm so glad you asked. Will you take tea with me and I can explain what
Well,
we
even
can
if we
do?
Nero
Even
gets
if we
uncomfortably
can't
close.
get information
Sorry, go ahead.
on, even if we can't get information on stopping the invasion, having a stronger Menzoberranzan who might actually be helpful to us would be beneficial as well, potentially.
I already have a solution. You don't have to worry about that.
I would love to have some tea with you.
All right, Cleve, come along. He turns to the giant hulking toad who goes, "Rrr." And they walk through the halls leading to Vizierin's quarters.
When he gets out of sight, I'm gonna reach into when he gets like out of sight and he's no longer can see us or hear us.
Yeah. Wait.
gonna
Oh,
reach
you're
into
not
my-
following him? He was gonna lead
Well,
you there.
I'm assuming that like everyone's following him, but I'm gonna lag behind just for a
Okay.
brief second.
Cool.
Because I'm gonna open my bag, pop up a potion of mind reading, and drink it.
Okay. Now, you can pick up his surface thoughts, and if you want to push, you can. But first, I'll give the surface thoughts. You hear, this is rather unexpected. Perhaps we can take care of this problem much quicker if I have allies. They seem eager, do-gooders always are. I'm sure that they can help us. Do you want to push?
I'm reading detect thoughts to see if they realize that I'm probing.
Oh, yeah. Tell me.
What kind of tea are you serving us?
If it succeeds,
Black truffle.
Can I do a history check on black travel tea?
Black truffle tea is tea made out of black truffles.
Ah, black truffle. I thought you said travel.
It looks like no matter what, they can tell that you are probing into their mind.
Yeah, it just says if it succeeds, the spell ends. If it fails, you know more. If it succeeds, the spell ends. Either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind. And unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts, the creature can use its action on its turn to make an intelligence check, contested by your intelligence check. If it succeeds, the spell ends.
Okay,
But
I
then
feel
the next paragraph says, questions verbally directed at the target creature naturally shape the course of its thoughts, so the spell is particularly effective as part of an interrogation.
Oh, okay. Are you, now that you know that he can tell, are you still gonna do it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because it could be classed as a hostile action.
I already gave you a bunch of information, darn it. I will give that to you as a
Right, right. Forgot what it
freebie.
was.
Delete the potion, you used it. It just won't. I won't make him have known that you probed, but I won't let you interrogate. Meaning, take the
okay.
information I gave, don't lead it.
Okay.
You can't dig any deeper, but you have what you have. And he
Okay.
doesn't know that you did it.
Yeah.
All right. For the record, I have literally held on to that potion since like day 3 of this game.
That's
And I finally got to use it.
Wait, that's why you always hoard your stuff. You never know.
He sits you all down. The giant space toad is like serving you all tea.
What type of tea is it?
Black truffle tea.
What is
Ooh,
the giant
here,
space toad?
takes a sip.
What is it?
Mm-hmm.
A death slad.
Okay. The slide.
SLAAD. It's a space toad. It's a black one.
And I see Lucius like bring the cup up to his nose. And he's like, and he kind of like, just like
Lemon.
kind of tastes it. It is indeed tea.
All right, I'm going to read to you this little snippet. That's his words, according to the book, though it might be a little bit redundant to what I've already said. But so as he sits down and he approves of you confirming that it's tea, Lucius, he goes, "That fool Grumpf brought the demon lords upon us, down upon us with his demon queen, pulling all the strings. He gave Loth free reign of the abyss. My own research leaves me to believe Grumpf used Fair's Res to achieve a summoning, though I'm sure he didn't intend the result, imbecile. I can save you months of research, time we clearly don't have, for the information I found here has confirmed my theories. I know how to banish the demon lords back to the abyss. We can only do this if we work together, and if you're willing and daring enough to directly challenge the demon lords. Or perhaps foolhardy is a better word." Are you in?
We'll need more information first.
I know how to do a reverse summoning. The components are rather difficult.
What sort of components?
All of my research is back at my tower. The Tower of Vengeance. It is very far away. Hold on. My tower Araj is about 10 days from Menzo Berenzan, so it looks like you'd have to go back to Blingdenstone. Though I can teleport us there.
I'm sorry. Are we saying that just a simple spell will undo this demon incursion?
Simple spell? There is nothing about this spell that is simple. It
Then why
requires...
I'm sorry. Go on.
The spell requires components that take careful procuring. Though I could do it on my own, it would probably take me several more months. But if you help me, bring me the components and Grump's spell book, we can reverse the spell. You can do it right at ground zero. What the
Where is
spell...
the spellbook?
So,
Probably in his tower where he left it.
so we have to go to ground zero, get the spellbook, come back here, get the components, and then go back to ground zero?
That sounds awfully complicated. You could probably get the components and then go to ground zero and get the spellbook.
Good.
Do you know anything about Ground Zero at the moment?
I know that that is where they came forward, and it is where the spell should end.
Well,
If you
yes, but
cast the spell there, it will draw all the demons in more than 100 miles. Sorry. All the demons that have been pulled out from the abyss will be drawn right back to where they were summoned. Demons do not get along, surely. You know that. There they will battle it out, destroying each other. And then you can dispatch the last one standing.
So we have to cast a spell. Are we strong enough to? Do we have the proficiency to be able to do that?
Don't worry. You've got me for that.
Oh,
So
so
we
you
need-
can cast it.
So we need to get the components for you, keep you alive long enough for you to cast the spell, and then kill anything that's left over.
In a nutshell.
Obviously, the demons came from Ground Zero and are infesting Ground Zero, but how infested are we talking about? Is there a base of operations?
The city still exists, if that's what you're asking. The demons have moved on. They've been destroying other settlements. The drow there have cleaned up a bit and are in the process of rebuilding. It's a shame the whole place wasn't flattened, if you want my opinion.
If you haven't noticed, we, and he just kind of gestures at everyone, are not exactly the kind to be welcomed into Menzo Berenzan. How would you
I
expect us to go get the spell book when you can just grab it yourself?
am not welcome in Menzo Berenzan. I have been exiled.
Or
I don't think anybody's enforcing the laws there right now.
Oh, they are. It's a theocracy. That place is locked down. The matrons would never let it leave into anarchy. And I was banished because I object to loth.
You're lucky you weren't sacrificed.
I skipped town pretty quick.
So you're part of a secret organization that secretly despises Lolth. Secretly because you don't want to be found out, and yet you outwardly decided to denounce her?
It was... My cover was blown. I had to flee. I haven't been to Menzo Berenzan in maybe 50, 60 years.
We almost got sent there, but not our own choice.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't make it there, because you'd probably be dead right now. Slaves don't last very long in Menzo Berenzan.
Neither did
I-
an speak violence on her.
Oh, so are the components on the way to Menzo Berenzan? Because we do have to go somewhere else before we can go there anyway.
I will explain everything in my tower. When you are ready to undertake this, he hands you a small gem. This will open a portal one way to my tower barrage. Do what you need to do here. I will be doing a little bit more research, and then I'll be heading home. When you are ready to talk further, I will tell you everything. Oh, Clive, more tea.
Wait, you didn't
Nope.
tell me about your life story.
Do we really have time for that, Yuanti?
Do you not?
No, we don't. Anyways,
Okay.
he stands up to escort you out of his living quarters. I do hope you will consider my offer. In the meantime,
Consider it considered.
he bows a little bit and then escorts you
Sorry,
out.
I didn't mean to speak for everybody. We are considering the plan, right? Okay.
Well, we can
After
talk
he's out of
about it.
earshot, Gothar's like, yes, but I think it's important that we dot our I's and cross our T's first. Is Teardra with us?
Do you want her to be?
Or, like, do we bring her? Yes.
Okay.
Who wouldn't dot their I's and
Oh.
cross their T's?
So, pretty much after that, I'm assuming I have the spell gem of teleportation. I'm gonna go find Teardra.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna, basically, like, I'm guessing she's in her room. So, like, I'll knock on the door, open it.
Kothar, hello.
Hi, question.
Yes.
Can you track a teleportation gem?
What do you mean?
If we wanted to use a teleportation gem, say, and he holds up the teleportation gem and says, but we don't exactly trust the person who gave it to us, and we wanted to double check
Oh.
where it leads. Can you do that?
I'll need at least a day to look at it. It might be
Consider
hard,
today you
though.
have.
This place is infused with Fair's res. Spellcasting is dangerous.
Nero is going to take this moment to slink away. And I sent you something in DMs, Scarlet. I'm wondering if I can do that.
Okay.
But sneakily, so that nobody else sees me.
Okay, we'll wait till everyone's in bed.
Yeah.
Right, we're gonna get thrown out.
I'm stealing the library cards.
Not returning the books.
Well, we all wait till everybody else is asleep and we all meet up at the same shelf.
We all put our hands on the exact same card at the same time. We're just like,
We're like, oh, you too? Oh, come on, man.
You guys were just sitting here thinking, I'm glad Anna Zero's in here to steal some silly little
oh my god,
pamphlet.
steal a magazine.
Oh, she would do
Yeah.
it. 100%.
Look the books. Say
Okay.
it's still at sea.
You guys know that there is also a archive of present and archive of future. Are you gonna explore that now, or are you gonna do it tomorrow?
I have a question first.
Uh-huh.
Were we explicitly warned against casting spells here?
Base res.
You know that it's gonna trigger some. Well, one, you can't do anything aggressive. That'll.
Well, yeah.
And two, this place is covered in Fair's res. You'll have to roll on the magic, wild magic table.
You don't want to end up with 20
Divination.
toes in each foot.
Divination magic is completely blocked.
Is this divination?
What are you trying to do?
You know what? I think it can wait until after we're gone. So.
All of a sudden, Kofar is another 20 years older.
Yeah. I just age right back down.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, but I give the gem to Teardra. I had that conversation.
Okay.
When I make a note, and his name was the Drow's name was
Vizarin.
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 I guess that we should probably, because we haven't done much today. We woke up, had the vision, and talked to the guy, so I guess we should probably check the library a bit more.
Kothar, you feel a presence suddenly pulling you to the archives of future. Just
Okay.
pops in your head, archives of future. Your heart starts
Like it.
pounding like anticipation. Anticipation.
Patient.
Are you all going?
Well, Yaslin was going to look at stuff, so she'll probably be going as well.
Okay. You skip up the stairs. You don't know why your heart is pounding. It's almost like you're really hoping someone's there. Really, really hoping. As you approach the archives of future, you see above the inscription over the doorway that says, "The future is a song we remember, but we cannot rush it to its end, lest we destroy the melody." You see this archive echoes with the sound of running water. The wall niches contain stone cylinders, and water shimmers over the crystals as it falls. So water is like pouring over these stone cylinders. There is another stone giant, a librarian, who is kind of off to the side, surrounded by dripping water and kind of like legs crossed, eyes closed, palms up, clearly meditating. You see other, the cylinders are kind of like different, the Galab doors are like taking cylinders from the present and kind of placing them neatly in the past, and then taking future and then taking to the past. They're like little, they are little guys. And and your eye catches a ghostly figure looking like they're pulling out cylinders, but you don't see physical cylinders leaving. Just kind of perusing.
I feel pulled in that direction.
I mean, your eyes are locked over there. And as you look, you hear, "You can approach me, Kothar." The ghostly figure turns around. Gratz stands before you.
Oh my god, it's Morbid's finally here.
You're in trouble.
Naslin was going there with him, which is say that we got split up at some point.
You can stand there. I mean,
And hear it as well, or
if you want.
That's so awkward for you.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just like, oh gosh, it's like, oh man, I can't do that.
Your
leave.
conscience tells you that it might be polite to hang back, but it's up to you.
yeah, she does.
There's like just a moment where it's just like stunned silence. And then Kothar here, almost not carefully, but just like slowly approaches.
He's kind of sizing you up as you approach with narrow eyes, and then finally he goes, forgive me, I was trying to decipher which era you are currently from. You ghosts are hard to pinpoint.
Is it an era that you recognize? Or at least vividly remember?
It is right after you learned of your heritage. You haven't reached your full potential yet.
His eyes kind of like dart like across the ground. I don't know how.
The sharpest swords are tempered in the hottest fires, and the fires of the abyss are about to pour over this world. It is a tribulation, but you are demon spawn. You can survive it, and at least in this version of reality, you take quite advantage of it, carving out your own little layer of the abyss for yourself.
Can do that?
Of course. How do you think I became a demon prince?
But for the, like almost like the first time, he kind of like looks up and like fully takes in like Gratz's face. What does he look like?
Like a really handsome dark elf with blacked out eyes, dark hair, purple skin, like cheek dimples and a good jawline. He has a very he's not giving you a flirty face, obviously, but he could, you could tell that he could charm if he wanted to, but he's kind of pulling a different kind of charm on you. Like a paternal, make me proud, son, kind.
Kothar says, but you, looks at him in the face. You're a god.
Where do you think gods come from? Ambitious mortals ascend. Did you know Demogorgon was once a mortal that walked this very plane? Yes, that's right. He was the first of the Tamari. Demons are souls of mortals who are pulled into the abyss and transformed.
It
VIP.
it seems so easy when you say it like that, but
It takes a great effort and a powerful soul. Luckily for you, you're already halfway there.
how did you do it?
We don't have time for that story. In the meantime, it seems that you have a lot of work to do. Our rivals are rampaging. If you destroy them and take their power, then you too can have your own place in this universe. You have allies, and I'm sure they would not object to you dispatching their enemies. The enemy of an enemy is a friend.
That's true. You really think? He like almost kind of looks up, and he kind of like it's like he kind of like looks up and then like remembers that he's like wearing like priestly cloth, and he kind of like almost mutters to himself, "For the first time, I feel uncomfortable in these." Like referring to his Tamarian cloth.
Yeah. He kind of smiles. Symbols, regalia. Borrowed power. Use the tools you have. It does not offend me.
But it might offend her. He's referring to tomorrow, obviously.
He knows what you mean.
Yeah.
Have you broken her edicts? Have you partaken in her anathemas?
No, of course not.
Then what's the problem? I did not ask you to throw babies into the rift. I'm simply telling you how you can achieve your full potential by destroying enemies of your own god. You just might outgrow her.
I can
See.
outgrow a god.
This is the thing. You called me a god, which is very flattering, but there is a large difference between a demon lord and a god. Gods are not permitted to intervene in the business of your world. No, they cannot. That is against their principles. Demon lords, princes, while we have godlike ability, we can do whatever the fuck we want.
There's like a moment where Kothar kind of like considers, and then he kind of like looks up, locks eyes with Gratz. The first time he's actually like made eye contact and held it.
His eyes are golden, just kind of reflecting back at you.
And he says, "I will make you proud, Father."
His face twists into a smile. He takes a ghostly hand and kind of like puts it on your shoulder, and power surges through your arm down to your mace. And your mace now has a +2 to your DC and spell attacks.
Nice.
Before he leaves, he says, "The power is there before you, son. Take it." And then his form fades.
Kind of like holds virginity in his hand, almost like trying to like notice if anything's changed. He just kind of like looks at it, and he says, "I'll take it. I won't let it pass by again." Not this time.
As that happens, you hear a gentle voice behind you. Oh, it's a feminine voice. Oh, forgive me. And you turn and you see the stone giant who's meditating slowly standing up. I did not know our guests had yet arrived. I have been peering into the future. I am Ustova, guardian of the future.
It's almost like he's like trying.
Kothar,
Oh,
do not be alarmed. I see the future.
and so have I. In more ways than one.
Then you see what I see. Fire, destruction, demons. The future is not written in stone, but it is all I can see.
Truth be told, that's also partially the present now, not just the future.
Is it? The future must be closer than I thought. How troubling. An age of demons. I suppose our whole world will be consumed by the abyss.
No. No, I don't think so.
Do you seek to change the future?
I don't seek to change the future. But as you said, it's not yet written in stone. So who's to say that I'm changing it?
Wise. If you wish to seek more visions of the future, she gestures her hand to a similar section with the three stones and a place to put the stone speaker crystal.
Kothar, like, slowly kind of walks up to it. Kind of like just thinking. Almost like kind of like moving his thumb, kind of like... And like almost nervous habit, kind of like tracing his thumb around Virginity. And he places the stone where it's supposed to go.
Do you have any specific questions, or would you like me to pick?
Kothar wants to look into the future. He has a very specific question.
Mm-hmm.
What does it look like to be a demon prince? If he was a demon prince.
That's a hard question for me to answer, because I would want to workshop that with you. It's whatever you want it to be, baby. That's what being a demon prince is all about. You remake the world in your ideal image. If you want the world to be covered in butterflies and white lotuses, that is the world. If you want the world to be filled with bare-chested Nakuls, that is the world.
Ooh. Do you think we can like put a bookmark in it here and then we can workshop it?
Yeah.
Nice.
I have another vision for you, though.
Okay.
So, okay, we can bend this. Okay, so you're thinking about what is it like to be... I think your mind starts thinking about the abyss and what the abyss might look like, because it's kind of it's an enigma, you know, like, what does that mean? The abyss, is it on fire? Is it just a hole? Is it darkness? What is it? What does that mean? So you think about the abyss and you put the crystal in. You see a tunnel that goes forever. Spider webs all around, thick. The whole tunnel is just made of spider webs. And then it branches out in multiple directions, kind of sloping downwards. Your vision follows this web for what feels like an eternity, infinitely. You are beholding the demon web pits, a layer of the abyss that belongs to Lolth. You behold the true form of the demon queen of spiders, a black, bloated arachnid with the head of a female drow. Nestled in the webs all around her are thousands and thousands of gray eggs. They all pulsate around her as her giant hairy legs kind of tap one by one. Her head, long sheet of white hair, falls kind of like over half her face. Suddenly, her eyes look directly into yours. She knows she is being scryed. Her fury is tangible as her mind suddenly reaches out and grabs you by the throat. Her face unhinges from the arachnid's body like a long neck right into you, nose to nose, eye to eye, fingers of darkness around you. You little! And you snap out on the ground.
I feel like he just kind of like stumbles back and like knocks into the crystal, and the crystal just like kind of drops on the ground and starts to like roll. The Keeper of Future Ustava is standing over you. Bad vision. Do not scry powerful beings. They don't like that. I wasn't aware they could tell.
Oh, yes. I never bother gods or demons or devils. They get angry.
Oh, I can see that now. Like, gets up. Ugh.
Yaslin, you who've been kind of like probably like picking at some cylinders and splash some water, you see Kothar hit the ground like
Yes, we'll go over and check to make sure he's okay. Everything okay?
Oh. Like this is like the moment before the stone speaker comes over. So like Kothar's just like back on the ground looking straight up at Yaslin. And he just takes a moment and he goes, "You know, Yaslin, you were right. Lolth really is ugly."
Well, there's more than just physical ugliness as well, and she has them both.
That's when he gets up and has the conversation.
Cool. All right. Lucius and Nicole, what are you guys doing? Were you here for any of this?
We were.
Lucius was.
Well, I was. I was just kind of looking around at the library, just seeing what was around while Kothar was in his trance.
Let's see.
Nicole had nicked the mirror of the past from Kothar's bags. And probably had, like, wandered back towards their rooms. He tries to sort of envision what he looked like before he became Nicole. And tries to figure out what happened during the time where he was between where he was Tagistan and then between then and Nicole.
You look into the mirror and see flashes. You see flashes of a steel dragon rampaging, mind lost, raging, destroying settlements, ripping through forests, clearly maddened, confused, lost, and afraid. You see it tear through the Sword Coast. You see it bouldering through the Underdark. You see it ripping apart the Feywild. And then finally you see flashes of the dragon, exhausted, on the ground. Then you see you as Nikul training in the yard of the blade scales.
He stares hard at the mirror, sort of transfixed, not able to put it down or look away. He wants to throw the mirror across the room, but instead of doing so, he very carefully sets it down and forces his hand to let go as he realizes that he recognizes a small face that was in that memory, specifically as he was going through the Feywilds, destroying villages, staying everything. There is a very particular set of eyes that stares at him, and he's trying really hard to recall it, but he can't quite. It feels really familiar, and somewhat like someone who's something that he's seen quite often as of late. But he sort of settles back into the room to try and process it and calm down from it.
It is a troubling thought. The faces of terror and fear at your hands brings sickness to your heart. It was never something you would have meant or desired. But those eyes, amber in color, big, wide, full of tears, haunt you as you try to find sleep. Exhausted from your exploration and a bit sleepy, I'm going to assume you all are ready to at least take a sleep for the evening and then return to your research. Nero,
Yes.
of the archives, past, present, and future, where do you think your inquiry would be?
I feel like it would be in the past,
Okay.
but also the future. But I think I would look first in the past.
You think the past is a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
You slither your way down. Little lights and shining bits kind of guide you where you want to go. Where you find, you take the crystal.
Mm-hmm.
You are seeking. You want to know, how did Kelemvor become the god of the dead? And how would one replicate that? Now, I, the DM, don't know that lore. If you do, this is your opportunity to share.
So the big giant TLDR answer is it depends.
I think you have to kill a god.
Yeah. So my understanding is when the position has to become open, so something has to happen to whatever god that you like. If you want the god of time to go away, you gotta kill the god of time, or you gotta make him go away or abscond his position, and then it's a vacant position. And then I think two, you have to. My understanding is you have to have some sort of support from the masses. So you have to have worshipers, you have to have temples, you have to have some sort of backing from the general public to ascend into godhood, some sort of worship from them.
So as you're doing this research, you start thinking about how to gain followers. And a presence in your mind chuckles, says, in your own voice, like it's your thought, you think about that Hakor that was raised as an undead.
Mm-hmm.
Why convince followers when you can just make them?
It's gonna take a lot of followers.
A lot of followers.
Yeah, I said a lot of followers.
I am agreeing with you.
Oh, sorry.
I think, and with that, that's where we will end Out of the Abyss for the evening. So many questions have been answered, and so many more need answering. Let us go through our golden buzzers.
Golden buzzers.
Kothar.
Oh, this week is a good one. I'm gonna give it to Nicole, because I always like to figure out more about Dagestan.
Nero.
Kothar for the Grats scene. That was glorious.
Lucius.
Kothar for the same reason. Got to see.
Nicole.
Can I give it to you for picking probably the most annoying voice for the Basilisk?
No, new favorite NPC, Basilisk guy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't even need to know his name. I don't want to know his name.
I can't.
That's the new NPC mascot. Let's go.
Beldris
I will adopt him.
They're Bodlin the Goblin.
He's just a little basilisk that he got adopted by he has a whole little backstory.
We're gonna get the BBEG down to 1 HP, and then we're gonna carry him over and like let him get the last hit.
Landshark
But
says
if not-
Scarloth. Yeah.
If not you, then I like this thing that's going on with Nero and raising the dead.
What do you mean?
That was fun.
Aslan?
Not doing that.
Kothar for the grad stuff.
Kothar, congratulations.
Yeah, it finally happened.
Was
Yeah.
it? Are you
Oh, slow
satisfied?
burns.
Yes,
Okay. Good.
I've been waiting for that for literal years.
That's true.
Literal years.
Can I tell you something? It is canonical that Gratz is in this library. His name is right there.
I do
So
feel
he
like
would have
yes,
talked
probably.
to us even if I hadn't been his son.
Okay, so there's a whole list of echoes that are all like famous characters of the world of D&D that I think are like Hagram is here, Gratz is here, Elminster is here. But like I thought I think they're just here for like fun and flavor, like if you like a specific character, because none of them give anything interesting. Even Gratz is like he asks you questions and is interested about the surface world. Like it's just a big fat nothing burger. But not when one of our players is the son of Gratz.
Yeah.
Son of Grats.
Son of Gratz. You can start dreaming about what would you... Maybe that's what Kothar starts thinking of. If I had my own lair in the Abyss. Look, the
Ooh.
Abyss is infinite real estate. You could have your own little pocket dimension, decorate it however you want, like a Minecraft server.
Oh, I'm literally just playing on creative mode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's too much power.
You
Oh,
can
that's too much power.
have like little create demons that look however you want them to look, serve you. You can visit whenever, you know, it's a,
Something to think about.
yeah.
It's something to ponder.
All right. You ponder that with your golden buzzer, and I'm going to let you all go. Y'all are wonderful. Is there anyone who isn't making it next week? Good.
Full house
Hope
next week. Let's
is-
go.
Hopefully, it won't be as half dead next week as I was this week.
That's
So you got to stay awake.
No
yeah.
worries.
I'm tired too. And so
I had to like look at other stuff sometimes just to make sure I didn't fall asleep.
Wow.
Since I'm so tired. I'm so sorry.
that is fine. All right, everyone. You're amazing. I love y'all. Have a good one.